Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Keto Granny. I'm so glad that you're able to join me tonight. And I just stopped on here for just a little while to talk about how we can plan to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. How can we do that together? How can we plan to lose 5 pounds together in 2 weeks? What we want to do is we want to replace our carbs with fruits and some vegetables. And when I say fruits, I mean strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, lemon, limes, avocados. These type of fruits are what I want for you to add into your diet. Also, I want you to add in some good vegetables like asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower. Add in some good cruciferous vegetables and some good leafy green vegetables to your diet. This is also going to help you stay focused and help you lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. Make sure that you add in some intermittent fasting. We want to add in some intermittent fasting. Pick some hours that are really good for you to have your meals in, say 11 o'clock to 7 or 12 o'clock. Try to eat between the hours of 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock daily, and then end your meals between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock p.m. Also, decide if you're going to have one or two meals during your eating window. You can even have 3 meals if this is necessary for you. But if you can cut it down to at least 2 meals, I think you would do better as far as losing 5 pounds in 2 weeks. Also, when you are fasting, make sure that you're only drinking acceptable liquids such as water. It would make it a lot simpler if you were able to just stick to water, but you can have things like coffee, black coffee. Um, you can maybe add in a little bit of cream to that. You can also have teas, um, but let's stay away from the sugary diet drinks. Let's make sure that we stay away from like our diet sodas. I'm one of those who is very prone to drinking the diet sodas, especially my diet Pepsis. I really enjoy drinking them. And then we want to make sure that we are getting in 10,000 steps a day. I still have about 1,300 steps that I need to do before I go to bed because I'm trying to actually get in the 10,000 steps a day. I noticed that I'm missing some steps sometime. When I'm door dashing, I look at my Fitbit here, and sometimes it's not even moving, and that just gets me upset because I walk, go and make a delivery, and come back, and I'm still on the same amount of steps. So I know that I am reaching my 10,000 steps a day, especially if I end up with like about 8,500 or 9,000 at night. Then I know that I am reaching my 10,000 because it's not counting all of my steps. So we also want to try to work out at least for 10 to 30 minutes daily. And this is going to include stretching. This is going to include if you're going to be lifting any type of weights or anything. Now, for me, I can't lift heavy weights, but I did go to a garage sale and I found some um, of the hand lifting weights, and I found like a lot of different weight sets. I found like 2 pounders, 3 pounders, some 5 pound weights, some 10 pound weights. And with me having a torn rotator cuff, I can be able to use these type of weights now. Before I was able to use like the barbells and lift those, but I'm not going to do that and then hurt myself all over again. So, in order for us to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks, we need to do the following. I'm going to go ahead and go over that again. Number one, we need to replace our carbs, and we want to replace our carbs with some fruits and some good vegetables during this time. We also want to make sure that we are eating enough protein. Protein is very important. You can get your protein from your meat, or you can get your protein from some of your vegetables. I prefer to get it from both. So remember that a serving of meat, about 30 grams of protein of meat, is the size of the palm of your hand. You want your meat to be the size of the palm of your hand, not including your fingers. And that's going to be about 4 to 5 ounce serving of meat. This is how you will know that you're getting enough protein. You want to aim to eat the amount of protein that you want your ideal weight to be. So, say if you want to weigh 150 pounds, then you want to try to eat 150 grams of protein daily, or get as close to that as you can. Um, I like to have vegetables in my diet, so I eat things like asparagus, cauliflower. I eat a lot of leafy green vegetables. Pick out leafy green vegetables that you like and add those into your diet this week. And I really would like to challenge you to try some different vegetables just in case, you know, you really don't like vegetables. Find a way to add in at least 1 or 2 vegetables to your diet this week. If you're carnivore, then then just eat your meats or eat as you do. But whatever diet that you are following, make sure that you can stick to that diet, and it's a diet that is going to work for you. You want to eat between the hours of 11 and 7, or 12 to 7. Find something that works for you. And while you are eating, in your eating window, aim to just eat about 2 meals a day. Oh, you're welcome. I can't tell who's here because of the way that it's set up. If you're on Facebook, I can't really see. But this really does work. Um, And if you can, add in a workout. It doesn't have to be a long workout, just something for like 10 to 30 minutes daily. And you can focus on a total body workout, is what I usually like to do with my walking. I try to do my stretching. Um, I will do my bands. Um, just try to add in some type of exercise, and you're going to have some results. You're going to be able to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm going to try to come on here every night just so that we can talk, that we can discuss how our day went, um, what we need to do to add in something different if it's not working for us. But you can come in and make suggestions, um, so that we can help one another. But I believe this is a good challenge. I really would like for you to participate. And like I said, you can lose 5 pounds within 2 weeks just by making those small, minor changes. I'm going to do some stretching before I go to bed tonight. I find that sometimes when I exercise before I go to bed, I sleep a lot better. So that may be something that you will work into your routine also. I'm aiming to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night. Remember that sleep is very, very important, and you want to make sure also that you are drinking enough water and staying hydrated. If you happen to get any type of aches or muscle aches or cramps, body cramps, make sure that you replenish your electrolytes. You don't have to buy your electrolytes to replenish your electrolytes. You can simply get a bottle of water, get some apple cider vinegar with the mother. You can get the Bragg's, or you can get another brand of apple, as long as you get the apple cider vinegar with the mother. Have you a little bit of pink Himalayan salt or a good salt that you can add. A lot of people use the Redmond's real salt, and some lemon juice. Now, put about, I would say, a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar into your water. You want to also add about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to your water. Add a little bit of Himalayan pink salt or Redmond's real salt to your water. If you have a little bit of ginger, you can add a little ginger in your water, a little bit of turmeric. And then some people like to add a splash of honey. But you can make your own electrolytes at home. It doesn't cost you a lot. I wasn't feeling good the other day. And so what I did, hi, Nancy, I'm so glad that you're here. Nancy B. the Scratcher. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm just going over, I have a little challenge going on of um, wanting to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks, and anybody who wants to join in. But let me go ahead and hello, Nancy. Welcome you in. I'm so glad that you are here. But like I said, replace your carbs with some good veggies. Replace carbs with some good veggies. Like I said, I like the asparagus. I like cauliflower. This week I made, for my meal prep, I made a container of cauliflower rice. It was so good and so delicious. I hadn't made cauliflower rice since I had left Seattle, so that's been for several months. But it is so good, and I have some in the refrigerator, that I can still eat. It tastes just as good as regular stir-fried rice, you all. Once you learn how to make it, it tastes so good. It's very delicious, and it's very, very good for you to eat. So find different dishes that you like and that you can add in, that you will eat in order to stay focused on your weight loss journey. That's one thing that we really have to do, Nancy, is support each other more. We really have to support each other. I have been door dashing. I wanted to find a way so that I could be able to get my 10,000 steps in every day, and to also make sure that I was getting some good exercise, as far as my steps. So now, as a door dasher, I have to walk up and down steps. So I do like that. Now, I have some back issues sometimes. So when I start having those type of issues, then I have to kind of compromise. But so far, everything has been okay. I have been enjoying doing the door dashing, and I know that I feel like I am getting healthier by using DoorDash to get my steps. And also I have the incentive of making some money while I am doing it. Like I said, I was thinking about doing this program. It's called Health Wage or Health Wager, and what they do is you place a bet in the group as far as the amount of pounds that you're going to use. I believe it works something like that. And then the winner wins the pot, that type of thing. But I'm really enjoying, doing the door dashing. Plus I get, my incentive is that I get to make some money. And that's a good incentive, especially if you're really trying to get healthy. Find different things that you can work into your weight loss plan that's going to work for you. Especially as we get older, it does get harder for us to lose weight. And as a matter of fact, we start picking up weight as we get older. And then as we get older, if we are still here for that, we start getting frail. So we really have to start taking care of ourselves when we get um, really all through life is what we should be doing. But like for myself, I didn't take care of myself if I should have. And when I was coming up and everything, I didn't know all of the things that I know now as far as weight loss, as far as the proper foods and everything to eat. The type of foods that I ate as I was coming up was a lot of fried foods because that was how my mother cooked. A lot of fried foods. We ate a lot of beans. We had things like cornbread, you know. And on Sundays, it was like the table was just full of food, and we had so much, so many choices. I want to say so much to choose from. But I don't know. I don't know if I know I'm not the only one who was raised like that. We ate a lot of foods where the family made that could feed groups of us. So, and we ate things in the morning like oatmeal. Um, they say that oatmeal isn't that good for you unless you get a certain kind. I'm not for sure how all of that works, but yeah, oatmeal was one of my favorite meals that I like to have. I used to like to eat the oatmeal and put the bacon on top of it with some butter, and that tasted really good to me. And I never thought I would stop eating that. Actually, I thought I was eating healthy when I was eating oatmeal and that type of thing. So, know about the foods that you're eating, even corn and different things like that. Um, you know, you have to, I just kind of look at it like, I started looking at it like a hunter gatherer. If I were living just a little bit further back in time, how would I survive? How would I survive? There's no packaged goods. There's not a store that I can go to, but I would go out and I would hunt. Now, I'm almost certain that I wouldn't be able to have meat every day hunting because I don't think I would be that good of a hunter where I would have meat every day. So I look at like, okay, so I'm going to occasionally have meat, maybe 3 or 4 times a week I can have meat. Um, so I'm not going to catch meat every day. So some of those days I'm going to have a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruit. So what I've done, I take 2 days a week that I actually have just mainly salads all day. And I will add in a piece of meat. And I usually try to add in some fish on those days. The type of fish that I like to eat a lot of is salmon. But since I've been in Oklahoma, I really like catfish also. So I like to try to eat the fish that I enjoy eating. I like to eat I don't like bony fish because I have tried the bony fish like the perch and the carp and different things like that, and I get those bones stuck in my throat. And when I get those bones stuck in my throat, I'll be gagging and everything else like I'm gonna die because I really think I'm gonna die because I got something stuck in my throat. I don't know if anybody else has been like that, or if you have ever eaten fish and gotten one of those bones stuck in your throat. But and then my grandmother would give me cornbread, to wash that bone out of my throat and drink some milk. That's what she used to do. But I would be so scared when that would happen. I would always think things like it's gonna go down, it's gonna pierce my heart, it's gonna pierce one of my organs as this bone is going down. I imagined all kind of stuff when I was younger, as far as eating fish. But now that I've gotten older, now salmon, it has bones in it also, the soft type of bones. But I really do love salmon, and it was a type of fish that I had to learn how to cook because when I first tried to cook it, I cooked like a regular fish, and it did not come out right at all. So you do cook salmon differently, do you, than you do like the regular fish, catfish, and different things like that. What type of fish do you like, or do you even eat fish? It took a while for me to even just start adding fish into my diet, but fish is very, very good for you, and the oily fish is the best. That is why I like the salmon. I also like to eat tuna, and the type of tuna that I like to eat is the albacore tuna, or either get your canned tuna and get the tuna in the water is best. Tuna in the water is best. And those are mainly just the main fish that I have eaten since I have been here in Oklahoma. I do like a fish, it's called orange roughy, but I haven't really been able to find that. If I find that, I am going to get some. But fish is a good meat to add and to have into your diet several times during the week. Eating fish has a lot of good benefits for you, and you get a lot of different vitamins. Yes, tuna. Oh, tuna turns your stomach. Yeah, now you have to have a taste for fish also, because I used to be one. I didn't like the smell of fish, and I didn't like fish. But like I said, I after I started doing keto and started learning about different foods, I started to love fish. And like I've already named the ones that I eat. Nancy says she eats chicken. Yes, I love to eat chicken. And she loves salmon. Yes, those are so good to eat. I love those meals. Um, Also, I like to share recipes of different things that I try because sometimes I try things that I don't like because I want to change my palate. I want to, know how other foods taste and learn how other foods taste. Um, Especially since I have been doing keto. I found that the best way to do keto is to eat whole foods and to eat your meats like you're supposed to. And as far as your fats, just add your fats in with things like some olive oil, a little bit of MCT oil. Don't add in a whole bunch of extra fat to your diet because then your body is not going to eat its own fat. And that's the purpose of the ketogenic diet, is to get your body to eat its own fat. That's what you want to do. So when you're first starting off, you need to eat a certain amount of fat because you want to be able to feel satiated and you want to be able to um, make it from one meal to the next. But you want to cut that fat down. You want to start eating more leaner after start, because you want your body to use its own fat as its energy. But anyhow, I've already went over the things that we need to do in order to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks. We've got to be committed to this. And like I said, I will come on here and we can talk about how our day went. I usually eat tuna after 45 turns my stomach. I usually eat tuna after 45 turns my stomach. Oh, okay. So she used to eat tuna. Um, there are different ways that you can make tuna fish because someone made tuna fish. They had put a couple of grapes in it, but I really did like it the way it tasted when it did have a little bit of grapes in it. Someone made some tuna fish and they even had, I believe it was like some cranberries or something sweet in there, but it was very good. So you can make the tuna fish different ways. And also another way that I like to get my protein is through eggs. And I like to make things like deviled eggs, and I'll use my eggs to make like protein sparing modified fasting bread or protein bread. And then I can have that bread to use for my sandwiches or anything that I want to make. Also, you can make, let's see, what are they called? They're like the McGriddles, chaffles. You can make chaffles with a mini waffle maker, and you can make these as pancakes. You can make these where you can use them as slices of bread for your burgers. You can make chaffles that are like a cookie. You can do a lot of things that are keto style, but it's best to make your own foods when you are doing keto or probably any other diet. You don't want to add in a lot of boxed foods. You don't want to add in a lot of prepared foods already because if you read the labels, you will see that everything in there is not keto friendly. They have to put a lot of things in there to make the like the flowers and everything stick together, and so there are a lot of extra things when you're buying packaged keto items. I want to say because they say keto on the box, it does not mean that it is keto. Just because it says low carb on the box, it does not mean that it's really low carb or no carb, especially after you start looking at all the other ingredients that they add in. So make sure that you read your labels and that you check out labels to know exactly what you are buying. Again, like I said, the best way to eat is to eat whole foods and stick to your leafy greens and your cruciferous vegetables. Add in your olive oil, avocado oil, and that type of thing that you use, butter. A lot of people don't use butter. They think that butter is bad for you. Butter is very good for you. If you have a choice between butter and margarine, always choose butter. Margarine will clog your arteries. I have 2 packages of margarine in there. I don't use margarine, and I really don't even want to give it to anyone. So I may end up throwing it away, but I feel so bad when I throw food away that others can eat. So, I'll probably give it away to someone else, but then I'll also feel bad about that because I feel like I'm clogging up somebody else's arteries. I think about things like that, a lot when I'm trying to do that type of thing. But anyhow, like I said, if you want to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks, think of it as 5 pounds in 2 weeks. That means you can lose 10 pounds in 4 weeks. Losing 10 pounds in a month, I believe, is very, very doable. That is what I am working on myself. So I wanted to share this with you for anyone who wants to go on their own journey or on this journey with me. And we can aim to lose 5 pounds every 2 weeks. So I'm going to go over one more time, just really, really quick before I get off. Number one, to lose 5 pounds in 2 weeks, make sure that you replace your carbohydrates with some good vegetables and some good fruits. Make sure that you eat between the hours of 12 to 7 or 11 to 6 or somewhere around there. Find hours that work for you so that you have an eating window and a fasting window. In other words, add in some intermittent fasting. Try to get in 10,000 steps daily. If you aren't a walker, you haven't been walking, do it slowly because it isn't something that you can do fast. I started off by walking and sitting on benches. The first time I walked a block and sat there about 30 minutes and went back home. And I did that a couple of times, and every time I just got a little bit further and further until I was walking that whole strip, just bam, bam, bam. And you can do the same thing. But you have to put your mind to it. You have to stay focused. You have to set some goals, and you have to work toward those goals. Work out every day for 10 to 30 minutes. And I'm not talking about a hard workout, I'm talking about doing some stretching to stretch your joints because I'm achy in the morning when I wake up. So make sure that you're adding in some stretching and maybe a little bit of lifting or sitting in the chair. Do some chair exercises, but move your body. Make sure that you are moving your body. And you all, that's basically it, getting enough sleep and staying hydrated. Let's focus on those things so that we can get healthier together. Anyhow, Nancy, I'm so glad that you came and stopped by. I see Nancy be the scratcher. I see Facebook user. I can't see anyone who's on here from Facebook. But I want to say I'm so glad that you joined me tonight for my quick live. I hope that you will join in my challenge for the next 2 weeks of losing 5 pounds together in 2 weeks. I believe that's, like I said, that's a good pace and it's very, very doable. Make sure that you share this video out to someone who can use this type of information. Also, give me a thumbs up and share me out into this YouTube universe. Anyhow, I'm so glad that you joined me. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, you have diabetes, Nancy. I didn't know that. Okay. You know, I was pre-diabetic, and that was what really made me decide to lose some weight and to start getting healthier. The doctor, I was pre-diabetic. I was like almost 6.4, or was I 6.4? But anyhow, the doctor was talking about putting me on diabetes pills, and that scared me. I did not want to be on any type of pill. I did not want to be on insulin because I have some friends who have went through a lot of that also. So that was my incentive for me to try to see if I could lose weight. I saw a young lady on YouTube and she was really huge. Now, she was huger than me and I was really huge. She looked like she weighed maybe 400 pounds, but she lost her weight. She was diabetic. She became where she wasn't diabetic anymore. She got off her insulin and her pills, and she did it all through um, without surgery. She lost her weight. Just changing the way that she ate. She added in exercise, and she added in, you might as well say, intermittent fasting, even though she didn't call it intermittent fasting at the time, but she only ate certain meals during the day. So I started researching, and then I found out about the ketogenic diet. I found out what it entailed. I looked at other diets also, like the Mediterranean diet, and I tried just about all the other diets, the cabbage diet and all those diets. Those diets starve you, and you may lose a lot of weight on them, but you gain that weight back, or at least I did. So I found keto. I added an intermittent fasting, and at first all I did was walk. And like I said, when I started walking very, very slowly, very, very slowly. Like I said, I actually walked. My family thought I was going on a long walk that morning. I could only walk about a block, and I found a bench and I sat there, and I was so out of breath. I sat there for about 20 minutes before I could get up and just walk back across the street to go home. But I didn't give up. That's why I tell people, don't give up. I didn't give up. I got up the next morning and I walked a little bit further. I chose a path that had benches along the way. It's on a part of Seattle. It's called Beacon Hill, but they have this long strip that's probably about 3 or 4 miles long, and you can walk that path down the middle of Beacon Avenue, and it has seats along the way. And so what I did was I'd walk and I would sit. I would walk and I would sit, and I did that every day until I expanded my walking distance. So I know you can do it if you put your mind to it, because I was one of those people that thought I could not do it no matter what. No matter what I tried, I thought I could not do it. And sometimes I still feel that same way right today. But I want people to know you can do it. You can do it. Your scale is going to go up and down all the way through life anyway. Just know that. Your weight is going to fluctuate each and every day anyway. So that is a given. So put that scale away. Put that scale away and start looking at your non-scale victories. You're going to start feeling really good about those. Long as you know that you're eating right and you're feeling good, you're exercising, give it your best shot, and do what works for you. You got to find something that works for you. You can't do what everyone else is doing. You can do the basics, but you're going to have to find what's going to work for you. It's what's going to make you feel good. If you feel good, then you're going to keep on doing what you're doing in order to keep feeling like that. So, anyhow, I hope that I have given some good information. Make sure that you share this video, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and everyone have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.